Sometimes I write a little song so you don't Sinatra. 16, 12, that's close to my heart. I go 1, 6, 1, 2, ooh, star. 16, 12, that's close to my heart. I go 1, 6, 1, 2, star. Oh. Peace of mind, a friend of mine. Whoa, 16, 12. That's close to my heart. I go 1, 6, 1, 2, oh, star. I go 16, 16, 12. If it goes to my heart, 1, 6, 1, 2, ooh, star. I go 16. Chief, how are you doing, sir?
Good, how you doing?
Good.
Should I start or something?
Yes.
I don't have that out. I don't have that out. I don't have that out. I don't have that.
Good afternoon, everyone. Before we begin our ceremony, let me remind you to please mute your cell phones and other listening devices. Please rise for the procession of the 138th Basic Course for Police Officers. And please remain standing for the National Anthem, Pledge of Allegiance, and the invocation given by the Academy Administrative Assistant, Ms. Janine Lemon. Jim? Please sit down. Are you going to stand? Okay.
Let us bow our heads. Father God, before we ask for anything, we want to say thank you for everything. We thank you for guiding us through another Academy class, for the technology to share this celebration with those who could not attend, for those who were injured or made the ultimate sacrifice while safeguarding neighborhoods across the country. We observe a moment of silence for Amherst police officer and firearms instructor Michael Hoffman, who passed this morning. God, we invite you into this ceremony. We give thanks and close this prayer by saying, Amen.
Good morning. My name is Joe Strano. I'm the director of the Academy. I'd like to address the class for a moment to let them know how proud I am of each and every one of the recruits. The 138th, you are the third class to have completed your training during this pandemic. Once again, I am proud of the recruits who have persevered through this upheaval of changes and regulations to our daily activities. You've become proficient in defensive tactics in a makeshift gym. You've traveled downtown to another location to physically train. You've endured weekly COVID testing, and a few of you have actually had and recovered from the virus. A hearty thank you to your departments for their patience and assistance. Whether loaning a facility or officers, we could not have done it without you. Again, to the Academy instructors and staff, you are the backbone of this operation, and you never fail to surprise me by your ingenuity and care to make the basic in all of our in-services be presented as nothing less than professional and efficient. Class, in these ever-changing times of policing, I advise you to give your all and give your best. Stay true to who you are and stay safe. Class, now I'd like to ask the Commissioner of Erie County Central Police Services, Jim Jancewicz, to come forward with a brief congratulatory message.
Good morning. I'm honored to be here to share this day with the 138th basic class on graduating from the Academy today. I congratulate you on your efforts. Graduating from the Academy is a milestone in any law enforcement officer's career, but also marks the beginning of a new journey, and that journey is working at your department and in the community. I'd like to take a moment to thank the many people who helped achieve this milestone today. The most important thank you is to your family. I recognize all your family members could not be here today to join us for the graduation ceremony, but please thank those who are not in attendance today. You'll need your family at your side as you continue your career. They'll help keep you grounded and maintain that important balance in your life. Thank you to the police leaders from throughout the county who have invested a tremendous amount of time and resources so you can achieve this experience. Their presence here today demonstrates both their commitment to the Academy, to the department, and our entire community. Thank you to Director Strano, the other college leaders, the entire Academy staff who've taught you the fundamentals of police work throughout your 20 weeks at the Academy. Bill Bratton, who is the Chief of Police in New York, Los Angeles, and Boston, and has over 50 years of law enforcement experience, stated that when it comes to policing, people are the most important part of American societal life, and police officers are the very best at dealing with people. Police officers should always be on the cutting edge of compassion, humanity, and open-mindedness when dealing with people. Chief Bratton went on to say that regardless of your profession, you should live your life out loud. You should live your life out loud. In other words, use your training, your life experiences, and your God-given abilities to overcome challenges and leave this world better than you found it. Over the course of your career, you'll have countless opportunities to be compassionate, to display humanity, and to be open-minded which in turn will help people and improve the lives of our community. I'd encourage you to take advantage of every one of those opportunities. Remember, you're the next generation of law enforcement officers in the United States. You are the one who will have the opportunity to help make positive changes in other people's lives. Please use your time as a police officer to be an instrument of good in our society, so that at the end of your career, you don't look back and say, I wish, but rather you'll be able to look back and say, I did. Lastly, thank you for choosing this noble career. I applaud your sacrifice, your willingness to serve the community. Congratulations, stay safe, and the best of luck.
At this time, I'd like to acknowledge the chiefs of the graduates today. Please stand when I call your name, and if the audience could hold your applause until all of them have been introduced. From the Niagara Frontier Transit Authority Police Department, Chief George Gast. From the City of Lackawanna Police Department, in Chief Mark Packard's absence, Captain Bob Janowski will be here. From the City of Tonawanda Police Department, in Chief Strasburg's absence, Captain Fred Foles is here. From the Town of Amherst Police Department, Chief Scott Chamberlain. From the Town of Cheektowaga Police Department, Chief Michael Slawinski. From the Town of Brant Police Department, in Chief Don Hepkins' absence, Hamburg Detective Chief Bullard. From the Town of Hamburg Police Department, in Chief Kevin Trask's absence, Captain Pete Dinez. From the Town of Lancaster Police Department, in representing the Erie County Associations of Chiefs of Police, Chief Bill Karn. From the Town of Tonawanda Police Department, Chief James Stoffager. From the Town of West Seneca Police Department, Chief Dan Denz. And from the Village of Gowanda Police Department, Chief Dennis Feldman. Thank you, guys. At this time, we would like to acknowledge our veterans. All our veterans, please stand. We have several veterans in this class, and as the Academy is run paramilitary style, we count on them to keep the discipline throughout the day-to-day operations. Also, the cords you see the graduates wearing today signify their service as well. They were given the college's Veterans Coordinator by Dan Frontera. We'd like to honor those who have served our country and now want to serve our communities. Thank you. Thank you, guys. At this time, really what we're here for is the presentation of our certificates and our pinning ceremony. Recruits will receive their certificates, line up at the front of the stage, and then have a loved one come down and pin them, and we will call you down to do that when we're at that time. Okay, Janine?
Squad 1, attention! Squad 1, assemble!
From the Niagara Frontier Transit Authority Police Department, Police Officer Stephen A. Browning. Police Officer Travell T. Scales. From the Lackawanna Police Department, Police Officer Jacob J. Kowalski. Police Officer Matthew P. Rosenhan. From the City of Tonawanda Police Department, Police Officer Carl P. Lockhart. Love-
Squad 1, attention!
Loved ones, approach the stage. You may start the pinning. You can return to your seats.
Squad 1, dismiss! Squad 2, attention! Squad 2, assemble!
From the Amherst Police Department, Police Officer Sean M. Bailey. Police Officer Jacob T. Wixom. From the Cheektowaga Police Department, Police Officer Allison J. Bales. Police Officer Stephen T. Casey. Police Officer Jocelyn M. Huzzy.
Squad 2, attention!
Loved ones, approach the stage. You may begin the pinning. Please return to your seats.
Squad 2, dismiss. Squad 3, attention. Squad 3, assemble.
From the Brant Police Department, Police Officer Caleb A. Bullard. From the Town of Hamburg Police Department, Police Officer Michael A. Adamowicz. Police Officer Stephen P. Milley. From the Lancaster Police Department, Police Officer Nathan R. Weiss. From the Town of Tonawanda Police Department, Police Officer Michael M. Bullets.
Squad 3, attention.
Loved ones, approach the stage, please. You may begin the pinning. You may return to your seats.
Squad 3, dismiss.
From the West Seneca Police Department, Police Officer Christopher J. Alberti. Police Officer Jacob A. Fibbage. Police Officer John A. Gerace. Police Officer Thomas J. Knoop. From the Gowanda Police Department, Police Officer Evan B. Bonskar.
Squad 4, attention!
Loved ones, approach the stage. Please begin the pinning. Please return to your seats.
Squad 4, dismissed! Squad 5, attention! Squad 5, assemble!
From the SUNY Erie Pre-Employment Program, Arca Bow. Angel R. Echeverria. Emily K. McIntosh. Joseph C. Montalbano. Megan L. Smith. John D. Strom.
Squad 5, attention!
Loved ones, approach the stage, please. You may begin the pinning. You may return to your seats.
Squad 5, dismissed!
Let's give them all a round of applause.
Let's continue our program with the presentation of awards and special recognition. And with that, let's honor our class leaders. President, West Seneca Police Department, Thomas Knoop. Vice President, Lackawanna Police Officer Matthew Rosenhan. Thank you. Thank you, guys. We had 2 platoons this class, and their leaders are Alpha Platoon, pre-employment candidate Joseph Montalbano, and Bravo Platoon, Amherst Police Officer Sean Bailey. The Academy is made up of academics and proficiency techniques that have to be mastered, such as driving, sobriety tests, and firearms. Let's find out who is the best of the best in these categories of academics and proficiencies. I know. Please come up for these then. In academics, first place in academics with a score of 98.818 from the town of Cheektowaga, Police Officer Jocelyn M. Hussey. In proficiencies, with a score of 95.046 from the NFDA Police Department, Police Officer Stephen A. Browning. For the highest overall pre-employment candidate, first place with a score of 93.41 is Emily K. McIntosh. At this time, please welcome Lancaster Police Department Chief Bill Karn, Secretary and Treasurer of the Erie County Associations of Chiefs of Police, to hand out the overall Sworn Officer Award.
Good morning. I'm here representing the Erie County Association of Chiefs of Police. Our association has a long history of support for this academy and the valuable training that goes on here. The Chiefs Association has been sponsoring the Top Gun Award since long before I attended this academy 25 years ago, and we are proud to continue that tradition today by presenting the Top Gun Award to the recruit with the highest overall score from this class. With a score of 95.98 from the Town of Tonawanda Police Department, Police Officer Michael M. Balouz.
At this time, I would like to ask Class President, West Seneca Police Officer Thomas Knoop, to give the class address.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the 138th class, I would like to say thank you to all the instructors here, everybody, for all their hard work and dedication. Throughout the last 20 weeks, you have shared your knowledge, experiences, and mistakes to ensure that we are prepared for every situation that will be thrown at us. We appreciate everything more than you will ever know, especially the occasional no-notes lecture or a long lunch. Sometimes it's just the little things. For all of us, the last 5 months have been quite the roller coaster ride. We've had to overcome a unique set of challenges not faced by any class before us. We have navigated the rules and restrictions of a global pandemic. We've had to adapt to the almost monthly passage of new legislation changing the rules for police officers. We are regularly reminded of how we can be sued, assaulted, killed, divorced, or may even have thoughts of taking our own lives. We've been shown images of the dead, the maimed, and the worst things that human beings are capable of. We have stood by as police officers are labeled and demonized by the media and special interest groups. But despite all of this, here we stand. Our commitment and dedication to our communities should go unquestioned. In recent months, I've been asked, "Are you crazy? Why would you want to be a cop right now? How do you do it?" To them, I say this: we do it because we choose to. Because they call us when they have no one else to call. They call us when they need to be their warrior when they are afraid. They call us to bring them hope when theirs is lost. They call us to bring comfort when they are in need. We are the few that answer those calls when others cannot find the courage to. I'd like to conclude by addressing my fellow officers. It takes an extraordinary person to choose to be a police officer, but there may come a day when you question that choice. Days when you are exhausted physically and mentally, and you ask yourself, can I handle any more? Am I making a difference? Why do I do it? The answers lie in the people that you serve, in the eyes of the mother whose child is lost, in the voice of the injured calling out to you, in the thank yous you will receive from those people whose lives you have changed forever. It is in these times that you must remember who you are and what you mean to them. We are their guardians. We are what they need us to be. We are the thin blue line. Thank you and congratulations to everyone.
At this time, I'd like to have all the recruits please stand and turn to your families and give them a round of applause for being with you for this entire time. Okay, thank you, and this concludes our ceremony. Thank you for coming. Congratulations again, guys.